Typhoon 1 made landfall before noon on Sunday.
Ramdam na ang epekto ng El Niño sa lahat ng bayan sa
In the Philippines, at least 70 people have died in floods caused by
millions of gallons of water pouring through the Swat Valley, a force of nature with no
Drought is affecting many areas, but the high cost of food and fuel is compounding.
This is what it's like in downtown New Orleans right now.
Typhoon Katsana has killed at least 86 people in the Philippines and
it's supposed to be harvest season, but it isn't turning out the way farmers in the northern Philippines had hoped.
With expected changes in the climate system,
climate change is resulting in extreme weather events all over the world. Most vulnerable are those who depend on the weather for their livelihoods. In the southern Philippines, there is a collaborative project which aims to help farmers adapt to the changing climate. For centuries, the rhythm has remained the same. Farmers in the province of Agusan del Norte in northern Mindanao have sown the seeds and reaped the harvest. But for this generation of farmers, something is profoundly different.
Karon kung mag-init gid kaayo, mag-ulan pud ulan. Maura na akong naobserbahan gyud sukad pa sa una. Lahi na ba sa una gid nga ang init dili kaayo, kung mag-ulan murag labay lang ana.
Tong August, labi na ang August ting init gud na siya diri sa amo sa una. Pero karon sugod naman og ulan, August pa. Ang August sa una ting lampas, ting sunog sa basa sa uma nya karon baha naman.
Early this year, major floods destroyed many of the province's farm fields as well as its harvests.
Kusog ang tubig adto. Kay sukad mi nga nagkuan diri sa among galingan kadto pa nga nagsulod gyud ang tubig. Nagabasa ang among stock nga humay hasta ang bugas. Ang damage nako adto is 25,000.
In the farming communities in southern Philippines, climate change is not only threatening harvest and productivity, but also lives and property. In 2003, the worst floods and landslides to hit the region in 25 years killed more than 200 people. While record flooding is becoming more common, extreme drought is happening elsewhere, a catastrophe for rice farmers dependent on rainfall.
Amo na ning gidaro para nga pag maabot ang ulan kuan nami og similyahan. Pero wala man. Karon murag 1 month na kani siyang nagahi ni siya inaani 1 month. Wala joy ulan. Anay taligsik lang pero musamot man hinuon ana og nay taligsik mawa man hinuon ang tubig.
With these extreme weather conditions come other threats such as pests, causing more problems for farmers.
Mainit naman siguro sa bukid. Gipuyan nila dito. Naglugsong siguro ng mga ilaga diri sa patag. Karon pa ko nagproblema ng ako may sa hapit na mahurot.
Pag humagtanom, pahubsan man nya og mag-uwan-uwan mo nang bisan unsa og pahubas, nagyoy tubig so ang kuhol mo gawas jud.
Most of the province's land is dedicated to agriculture. More than half of its population are poor farmers with limited resources, especially vulnerable to the effects of climate change.
Ang katawhan, mainanay, mawad-an sila sa pagkaon, hangtod mawad-an sila sa propiedad, nga dili na makapa-eskwela, makapa-edukar ng ilang mga anak. Daghan ang mamatay tungod kay dili makasagubang paggasto sa pagpahospital, way mahipalit ng medisina, daghan epekto nga mahimo sa mga katawhan din tungod sa klima.
Niwang ang atong daruhan, niwang atong basakan, ang pamilya pod nato niwang.
Funded by the government of Spain through the United Nations MDG Achievement Fund, and implemented by the International Labour Organization, or ILO, a specialized agency of the United Nations, the Climate Change Adaptation Project, or CCAP, is working with farmers in developing and testing ideas to help them cope. It has strong support from the Departments of Trade and Industry and Labor and Employment, as well as provincial and municipal government units, local banks, community-based organizations, insurers, and others in the private sector groups are also targeted to be on board.
This project looks at both areas. It looks at the ability to help protect them, but it also looks at new ways and new approaches to improving their livelihoods, in terms of lifting themselves and their children out of poverty.
There are two objectives of this project. First is to develop and test financial safety nets for vulnerable population. The second, equally important objective of this project is to come up with our capacity development activities to support the farmers in the various areas